Hi, my name is Natalie. I have this YouTube channel about spiritual ascension and sexual awakening. I'm going through my own process of ascension and waking up, and I was dealing today with something interesting, and I thought I would share it with you because I think a lot of people might be going through this thing and dealing with this issue and wondering what to do. And I don't have any answers, or I don't have good answers, but I can share my personal experience. So dealing with parents and family when you're doing healing to wake up. So I've been doing a lot of alchemy healing and consciousness work and healing a lot of childhood wounds that I have from childhood, and I think it's a really important part of ascending and going up and waking up and filling full potential in this life and doing what we came here to do. Childhood and working with inner child is very important work, and I recommend everyone do it. What happened was I came to a lot of conclusions about my childhood and a lot of things that I realized about the lack of love. And it was about my father, and I posted a post on Instagram and talked about all these realizations, and I thought it was really important to share. And my sister basically attacked me and shared my post in my mum's family group on WhatsApp, and although the post had nothing to do with them, they were all very offended by what I wrote, and they all started attacking me. You should stop dealing with your childhood, stop crying about what happened when you were a child, just get over it, move on with your life. And I mean, yeah, they're right. I shouldn't be really harassing and dealing with the past so much, but I'm doing healing work. I'm doing like deep healing work to the core of who I am, my ego self, and I'm doing all of this to release my higher self into this life so that I can live my, the life and be happy. I just want to be happy and loved and have fun and spread love around the world, but I have to do the healing work to get there, because obviously I have a lot of traumas and blockages and energetic blockages that if I don't heal, I won't be able to continue doing my work. So I have to do the healing work. But I think people who aren't doing healing at all and who are not familiar with this work of going inwards and clearing the energetic blockages, I think they might be very defensive against this work, especially family, when you're doing inner child work and your family's like, oh, what are you talking about? We were fine. I loved you. I was fine. You had a perfect childhood. And you didn't, and you know that all these things that happen do affect you as an adult, and you also realize, which is an important part here, that it's not our parents' fault. Like, I know it's not my mom or my dad's fault that I didn't have or get love or enough love when I was a child. That was just what they could do. That was who they were. Those were the tools they had, and that was the love they could give me. Now that I'm grown up, I know that it wasn't enough. I can go back to my inner child, tell her that it wasn't her fault, that it wasn't enough, and that she's always loved and she's never alone. And that's how I heal these childhood wounds. So I don't even blame my parents for any of it. I'm just sharing my, things that I understood. I understand that it's not his fault. Obviously, if he wasn't loved by his parents and they weren't loved by their parents, and how is he going to know how to love? And if he doesn't know how to love, he can't love me the way that I would want to be loved. Therefore, I didn't learn how to love, and that's just kind of like a chain reaction thing. And understanding it releases it, So it wasn't out of anger or spite. I just wanted to share my healing. And then when my family found out, they attacked me on WhatsApp, on phone calls. My grandma was like, we can sue you for lying on social media. They were like, whoa, like hardcore, like getting freaked out. And I was crying at first because I felt attacked by my family, but then I realized I'm doing the work. I'm doing the consciousness work. I understand all these things. They don't. They're not doing any work. They're stuck in their ego self without clearing any of their blockages, and all they see is me attacking them. Although I'm not, and I was just sharing my healing experience and my revelations, they saw it as attack on them because they are blinded and they are lower vibration people and they're not doing the work. So that's the only way they had to see it, and those were the only tools. And in the end, instead of writing my sister a really angry message, I just wrote her listen, it feels like you're in denial. We grew up with the same father. He was not a good father. I had to heal my wounds and my emotional blockages, and I suggest you do the same. And I said, I'm working on myself, and the work is helping, and I'm a lot more happier. And I feel like you're in denial, and that's not a healthy place to be. So maybe you should go work on yourself. So instead of attacking her back and being like all pissy and why did you do that, you're such a bitch, you're so mean, instead of that, I looked even at her act, which is against me. I tried to look at that act, which was kind of an attack, with compassion and with love and understanding and empathy. Instead of looking at it from my point of view, I tried to see it from her point of view, and I realized why she did what she did, and I realized it is from denial. And you know, my sister stopped talking to my dad like 10 years ago. She barely has a relationship with him. There are obviously a lot of wounds there to heal. So all I could do was shine the light on that for her, and hope that maybe one day she'll decide to do the work also. But yeah, I feel like one of the main aspects of doing this work is healing our childhood wounds, and one of the hardest things in doing that is sharing it with the people close to us and our family, who might see it as an attack on them. So sometimes maybe it's not the best idea to share all these kind of revelations we have to do with our childhood and our inner child to our family and the closest people around us. And if we do feel the need to do that, then I think we should, choose our language a bit more carefully, and try and use as least words that might sound like attack or blame, and just talk out of your own subjective experience, and keep on explaining, I know this might not have been what you experienced, but this is my experience, and that's okay, because we each have our own subjective experience of life. So I think it's how you do it, and not if to do it or not, because obviously it's important to share these things with the people closest to you, but it's important how you do it and how you talk about it and how you share these things. And just remember even to do the sharing with compassion and with love and with empathy, and be mindful when you do it. I wasn't mindful. I wrote something, I didn't read it twice, I published it on social media, and I paid a heavy price, which taught me an important lesson, so it's not for nothing. But I think if I was a little more mindful in the post that I uploaded about my father or my family, some people wouldn't be so upset like they are now, although I did talk to them and apologize and try to explain. But I probably could have avoided this whole situation. So just a few things about sharing your thoughts and understandings with your family, the price that it might take, the reason that they might react the way they do react, and ways of dealing with it. And I hope you liked the video, and I'll be uploading more videos soon, so I will see you soon, and have a great journey and healing journey, and stay strong, because it might be hard, and it might feel that sometimes that everyone and all the world is attacking you, but no one's attacking you, and it's worth it, because when you realize no one's attacking you and everything is love and you are love and you're one with everything, and there all these negative things and emotions that we make them up, once you understand all these things, you can reach true joy and bliss, that it's worth it. It's true life, it's actually being awake and actually living life, instead of being a zombie. So yeah, that was me, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.